sakaldawe tene Cespal Dunica Sanges Custamsteno, Cespachonica Sanges tene Sanges tenoju, tene Yanglendasteno Sole. Son boss in Sumka il est dans ce cœur. Le datant bon, ça chez moi, logique tene, la goma son bassin qui put sur ce menongle. Agua, put sur ce gomé, ils ont starting sur ce bin bassin, tene til ta goma ou natanchik, chosik choste, shawa mani maza, shazakan yudna. Mano, da jidantang atang bocho zagan shaza choma nokte, shazakan yudnang, tene chik, shamazagan choste, tene chos mampuchi choste, lui tene, gome, lda chungi senane, gome lda okiram, lda tangpo kyutana chik, put sosla, gome de sumbasang, starting bo gyala chos pasang, tene, logangpo, izuk shik, gyala gyurchi sepia, ata chos teno ya, inang lda jipa, marsashin manok, juste, sumbasang ildena, tene, deja mne, Giran samala chikta chik choshing atan chik chona samsu chona yang stonsperik tan maduga mana chik samcha riksha din maduga ngari samba riksha din maduga tiwa tilen ta nanam chunle mana interactive session bon deja panchi choste nok te mampo chik chun maduga tene izuk shik chijuchen o chik mata special koranji titnya na samsu tene chunjugi zopeli utit no rele tene din jaktama we no juste. So today is the last day of the 4th month of the lunar calendar, and it is I think the most auspicious month for Buddhists all over the world for the threefold reason, because on the 7th day, lunar day of this month, the Buddha was born. On the 15th, which is Purnima, the Buddha achieved enlightenment, and also at the same day, the Buddha passed away into Mahaparinirvana. And there were lots of other auspicious, how can I say, historical events that took place on this day. But these are the three main events that took place, and that's why for Buddhists this month is very holy, and that's why at the beginning of this month, even before the starting of this month, I thought that, because before the starting of this month, we did some interactive sessions, mostly with the Ladakhi young people, the youngsters, and because it was during the period of lockdown, it was about 1.5 months ago. It was during the period of lockdown, and lots of people were facing a lot of anxiety, depression, and the future was quite uncertain, and the virus was quite new. We didn't know how to handle. Right now, we have more or less settled into the new lifestyle on how to live with this virus. But in the beginning phase, it was quite difficult, and lots of people were going through lots of mental trauma. So, at the request of the Ladakh Student Union President from Delhi and from Chandigarh, at their request, I did this interactive sessions, for 8 days continuously. And then afterwards, twice a week, we did this prayers, and meditation sessions. So this month, I thought, instead of just talking about things and instead of just question and answers and so on, I thought it would be good to actually base this month all the philosophy that we're going to cover on an ancient Nalanda University Buddhist text. So I chose Bodhicharya Avatara, which was composed by Shantideva, and I particularly chose the patience chapter because I thought patience was very much needed, because as people become more reclusive, as people become more isolated within their own houses, within their own domiciles, then people become more, how can I say, more agitated because they don't have the usual outlets that people have, like malls and theaters and going out, parties and so on. People don't have the usual outlet. So I thought it would be beneficial, because then people become short-tempered, because you have to, all of a sudden you have to live with your family, your neighbors, your friends, and you lose touch with people whom you used to seeing all the time. So people become short-tempered, and our inner devils start to surface. So patience is very much needed, I thought, on how to handle these inner demons and how to pacify yourself, how to take a step back from normal lifestyle and how to adjust to this new normal that we have to get used to, at least for the foreseeable future. That's why I chose the patience chapter. And today is the last day. We have covered 125 stanzas until now, which is quite a lot. And we have learned quite a lot, based on what Shantideva taught. Almost, I think he was in the 7th century. So almost 1,400 years ago, what he taught is still so much relevant these days, And now today we have left 9 stanzas. Padeja Gumangata lockdown was start chosen and go to Zane. Gome Korang Tatetarung Jichimirak, Goma Korang is school machokanbo, Goma Korang is Tiwatikanbo, Chandigarangatane, Izuk, student union president, or Nuno in Pentenequina, phone lebarak, the Nizuk student gonna check Izushona, and Kolebarakle, Coin Tatena, Tespera, Lukambo Goma coin, the native in the Dilin and Notar to the phone lab, the Nikon is Jostanam, Amatal Jamorgat, Tiwatil and Soshi Jostanopala. Tatetus Beka, Vares Posoma Sombasang, the Negatan Samatam Gusmit and Ki. Ivarez can be chino, mana jigritam, Tizan Jigritan, Paldachi Sam, pitching Allah. The natives and Atatuated no Puchosteno, Chos and Silkan Chosteno, Mana, the Ne Galason, the Noningiskala to Jichin, Nono, Mata Chandigan and Delhi, student union, the president Kungiskala, Chesana Kungis school Machostan and Kungiski, getting it at Penaispero, looks at the Nemata in Soshik. Izuk internet ka chos tang chis postar chos binale te manenga dirin sakpa izuk chos so internet ka man tang mishes mara te ore mane wani tang zale chi tang wang ji tang zane ta chik miguna chik izuk shi chot zi chi shik yulpa gunya po izuk shi delwa ji chuish kila yot zi chi shik miguna stan chi shik mane chi kemre na ko izu odun dukste mampo ji shache sa ma nyoxmet demon trem shi na chambo mo spe nganma chik je demon te mampo shi ring chil demon sore mer gele ko chik 지진 인나 다이게라 송 다치기나 거더니 마당 준주게 쇼로가 게나숨디 조필리오 쇼로가 게나숨 주수비나네 되니 마당 게나 미스상 살테노 되니 드림 마당 게나 미스르뻔네 고축제세 녹 쇼로가 고르스도 되니 마미시시시 미룩 다한테나 쇼로가나 컨티뉴 축시기노 팀보 so we have today we are going to discuss shloka number 126 onwards until 134 so we have 9 shlokas left 9 stanzas left and they're more or less continuing along the same theme that we have been covering yesterday so it's a continuation of the theme that Shantideva was teaching a couple of days ago that we covered a couple of days ago and we will do this until 6 o'clock and after that we'll do some prayers Then 드링 마다 추슬 제스보 상계 센자파 중미슬라 스토파 제주는 드링 남강 작보더니 상계 샤게도비 두신이 녹래 소 상계 샤게도비 두신이 녹 되니 송보상 상계 센자파 중미슬라 마다 직 스토파지 풀때나 되니 주베 마다 송와지 땅스데 되니 직 메디테이션 주스테나 되니 사kal다와 직 설간 속식인 되니 한 직차나 드링치 녹래 산데 소 되니 만데 투즈데 양 직차나 합테나 셀포 미즈에 양 초스당 치스부터는 컨티뉴지 보나 삼바 되니랑 지금 input chiksala za timira I haptena tselpo ngis jamangis chostang chespo yang parpara ngi sholo karik pingste jingata chosil ches gantareri chokshik meditation zapik choches teo chikyang continuously chona kazushi dugzisana nge dang sambe kor teo ngerang uri nga chik lon malazat o ngerang ura chik chichin gozdum jha merak chuches mana somba sang tene mang bu mi mang busy lusti yotna choste samshe nyanung metani te ko tanse jang phana mang gele inan tarum chos nyan kan yotna tarum atan chos chokan yotna haptena tselpo ngis 대장가 단가서 줬빈 대숙 조간이나 테니스티닝아 니나 섬에 메시지 칼라zatdirect message shots daily 다 꿀레꿀레 메시지 거나 빼고 싶어 메시지 가 탈직 다 루시도 그래 so I was just saying that after today I was wondering whether we should still continue twice a week Sunday and Wednesday Before I used to do Monday and Friday, but then I thought now, I think Monday and Friday or Monday and Thursday, I can't remember. But now then I think Sunday and Wednesday we could continue, So I could sometimes introduce some new teachings, some stanzas that I could just post, and I could explain the stanzas. And then we could do some chantings, then we could do some, meditation. So I was wondering whether people would be interested or not. So let me know, send me direct messages, and I have to open my direct messages. There are more than 100 plus pending, So I just literally, there were so many messages that I literally, did what ostriches do. put my hand into the sand, and just ignored all the message because it was inundating. But now that from tomorrow onwards, I will have time. So I will slowly start opening the messages and I will start responding to everyone. Yaju. So let's continue with the stanzas. I've already posted the translation and the commentary. So in English, it will be quite straightforward. In Bodhi, it's a little bit more, it was slightly more difficult to understand. So I will obviously take more time to explain in the Daki. Ya jo tene gumala daska dene chik juniale shoroka gun. Tene English ito ko meshishi chang me kya chipe juna. Lamo English to translation lamo duk tene zupete delwa commentary ngi tuzun upload chot pale. Ya jo gana yusta rupa. Jowan dikon tukje takchin te dadun zabandila teso melo. Jowari tuke semshin tamchit 다 당는 거다 주스는 거 샘션 군 데네 상계세 잠식 야샤윳 상계세 데네 샘션 군이 피아 잠식 업결 남사사데노 데네 상계스 군이 스쿨루스쿠랑 짱 차스바메빠 스쿨루스포 상계스쿠랑 짰데 짐바당스데노클레 데나 조사 상계스 군 데네 간마다 상계샤케 도파 조시나 녀베는 거 송스테 샘션 군 뿌라 파파차르즈 조시나 녀베는 거 송스테 샘션 군이 피아 데네 데나네 샘션 군 핑체스 조던 주치세 페 잠식 업결 남스노 할라 대수시가 다 이용하다 돈타포 대수시가 줄 때는 갈래 조아군 저는 조아즈나 샘신자는 그래 조아군 조안디군 조아 이 창마 샘신 창마 투지 닥친데 투지 닥친제나 되는 인지 전자는 그래 투지 신모 하고 투지 당이 진데 예전은 그럴 때는 인지전 상계 소리 높아 소 대외 다든지 반들에 대소매로 되는 상계스군이다 샘신 창마 다 스페셜한테 moltongchen 상계스 군의 샘션 상마 데네 소소랑 로친모군라 소소상 로친모군라 파마족스 진자노클레 소소랑 로치파 족스군라 로족스군라 데네 지디창하다 미싱민고족라 스티노 molto게레 데네 소소상 로춘군라 가zu가 체스파초노즈나 데네 차주고족스라 부자보모 조사 제스파죠는 저렇게 하고 다돈제바잖아 되는 여러 주치 속식 니 인지치 속식 상계스군이 투지 칠모군이 상계스군이 되는 샘션 상마 대점식 자와요 되는 대점식 되는 다돈제 되는 그래 오 직지지 야샤자 되는 소 딜레 태좀메 못 되는 그래 태좀메 껴래 샘션군만이 소소장을 파마서 주스는 그래 샘션 상마 탁 주때 샘션군이 스강알 보 소소랑 스강알 주스쿠르는 빨리 되니 띄우즈스는 거야 다상하다 샘션지가 not 게나 되는 상계서 direct not 팅마타 not 간 속신자는 빨리 제선의 상계스 코랑에 되니 다진 녀버지에 고니 샘션나 상계스 미스케 빨라 코랑 짱 캣파 마토는 그래 하고 뭐고 오야 되니 지리 좀 코랑 상계스 코랑 직 만랑 전마제스 야페시 뭐는 메캬라 샘션군라 하고 상계스군이 샘션군냠보 만랑 교랑제스 야페스만 메캬래 야페스 메딘지나 되니 직 마타 야페스 메드나 되니 샘션 지금 not 상계스 not 간 속스테 페인자는 그래 금산직 때오는 금산직 집회에서는 때네 샘션군 창면난 구가 디식님 보였던 당연히 점이라 디식님 빈조고 요나 캡 조한데다 말이 상계스 규모를 쫓라 때네 규라면난 거 몰라 쫓라 샘션 창면난 거 상계시 때 신님 보였겠래 상계시 사원 보였겠래 샘션 창마 마음스파 jak식 상계시식이 놓래 하고 때네 샘션 창마 이 결샤속스는 결샤스 다 결포시 부자 속스는 그래 결포식이 부자이나 그 자식 지주나 맞추나 아바시 테스트니 결포시 테스트니 그 체크도 자셔스는 보래 만나 그 사치 무지게 놓봐 대나 조상한테 샘션구나 결사 속쓰고서는 그잖아 그래 결국은 샤스 상기스군이 되네 샤스 샤스모스 소 돈타 금센테군이 되네 상한테 샘션군라 시디 좀 거랑 너빠 좀이 쪽 술 좀이 쪽 못되는 거야 다 이차 측면하지 못해도나 조원데 건 투지 닥진데 조어리게 샘신 상마 투지 당이진 투지진 뭐 hin지진 뭐 때문에 다돈제바잖아 되네 소소장이 인삼스데 하고 소소 파마조스 소소 미싱님보조스 소소 차주고조스 인터넷 대 인치스포 태손메지스는 그래 대어장 샥메지스는 하고 샘진 5월 동안 대단히 건데 다니 지질 금이지로 되네 샘신 상마라 할래 샘신 군라 대신님보 요때는 그래 하고 대우 마다 즉 샘션 수통랑 되네 즉 마다 대우 지디친 거랑 상계스군이 당이찬지 상계스군이 지디친다 스tigma 상계스 규션전 gyuches chandunga ta hagote hale teni chipe samshan guna kuspa chomen disteno kle samshan sama sange senyara chusteno samshan sama jashi sange shiseno samshan su yudnang teguna teni sange shise saun boyuteno sange se chik family chokshigino kle teni teo somba sang sange se rik somba sang sange se khorang chik family member chok somba sang samshan guna chipe kuspa chomen disteno kle 대신님비 캡에 마음에 상지 임번 돌에 대신님비 조금 연락 캡 조한테 담아리 상기스 교물 좀 줬을 롱군 못도 봐 그냥 공부 참배 때우 못도 그래 개와 참봐 공부 때우 못도 조상군인 추지당 대신이 미치당 리유치는 리치군 따도 상지 힘보지 못되나 심신 상말에 되네 상계시스 힘보 요되나 그래 하고 되네 심신랑 상계세 직 힘보 줬벌이 하고 대신이 미치당 심신이 대신이당 상계세 대신이 땡스카라 이와메드스는 그래 심신에 되네 상계시스 지진다고 누스파 줬보주나 때오나 되네 상계스 코랑 오미스케 빨라 좀 개빨 맨잖아 그래 다 상계세 1% 줬pon가티나 요되나 그래 심신 상면나 요되나 1% 줬보 규지 고스팔이 심신나 상계스니스케 빨라직 지진 코랑 둔체세 규지 met나 스페셜나 마타이카네 나시 탑나 나스 마타에 사운부 탑나 멘토 지스케만 빨리 nas savan tapkan pe nas pushkyan opale nas tapkan be jaste ndas shikshkyaman opale yana kushushkyaman opale hago te chiko delo to jugosan opale mata chik sang ges nyante no specha tsamena molto kya semshan mampujik manma mi mampujik tene chik sanges la mego tulte sanges teno te sanges se gumsan buchi no zena sanges se nuspa 1% chokshing matin ko yoteno tewa dishik imposition okle teo metna ngatan ko sanges chume gyuramano nasik tapse nase sawoji tapse ndashkyamano te choshigeno pa matan samala de sangese ryu yutkani jaste matan sangese family choksinjano semshan samma sangese nami choksinjano sanges koranga semshan samala chi kora family chosle dadunze ba ndega tezume jestenokle teni teo jaste 상계세 냐라주 간지기노 삼스테 만화 스페셜한 가다직 이간에 키지였나 만화 김세생 같은 키 냐라주스티였나 자마자룩이 냐라주스티였나 대고날 도왔다나 데네코 말리군 쇼잖아 빨리 제자는 거의 다도 적건지기노 거 냐라주 건지기노 빨리 만화 미지 코란지 두구식 이족식 지대진 코랑 곧 닌티였나 두구식 코랑 냐라주스티고 두구 파마메간 두구식 닥메 두구식 코 냐라주스티였나 대 두고 넛바시겠나 코리 두구 샤탁선이 두구 만나 그 닥고 옆간에 지었대 코 지대진 코랑 파마 두고 직 넛바잖아 그 파마 넛바주건 쏘송 거네 대조심 못 되는 거야 There is no doubt that those with the nature of compassion regard all these beings to be the same as themselves. So basically, like I explained yesterday, we all have this potential to achieve enlightenment. We have this seed within ourselves. We have not realized it. It is akin to a diamond being wrapped in a very dirty rag. Right now, our essence, our inner nature is perfect. It's actually enlightenment itself. It's the same as the Buddha's nature. But the only difference is that the Buddhas have unraveled this rag through the process of meditation and purification and so on, accumulation of merit and so on, compassion and loving kindness and patience and so on. We, on the other hand, we keep wrapping even more layers on this precious jewel, on this essence that we call Buddha nature, Tathagata Garbha. Because we are still angry, because we are still jealous, because we are still egoistic, because we are getting more and more samsaric, more and more materialistic, more and more self-centered. There is a big difference between us and the Buddhas, but the essence is the same. So there is no doubt that those with the nature of compassion, it is nature of compassion, those with the nature of compassion is referring to the Buddhas, to the inlight perfect beings, to the Buddhas. They regard all the sentient beings to be same as themselves, because they have taken all sentient beings in their, they've sort of adopted all sentient beings as their own. Those who are equal to their age, they've adopted them as their brothers and sisters, the Buddhas. Those who are older than them, they look at sentient beings as their mother and fathers. And those who are younger, as sons and daughters. So the Buddhas, because their compassion is not limited like ours, our compassion and loving kindness are limited. We are only compassionate to those who are close to us, those who belong to our faction, those who belong to our side, our race, our language, our culture. We have this duality, So Buddhas don't have that. For them, all sentient beings, the entire universe, is like mixing water and water. They don't see them differently from themselves. separately from themselves. Such is their compassion. It is mind-boggling. So that is why Shantideva has reminded us many times, why not to be angry? Why we should be patient? Why we should practice loving kindness and compassion towards sentient beings? Why? Because he said there are so many reasons. One of the primary reasons is that the Buddhas, if you harm a sentient beings, it's like harming a Buddha. If you have adopted a child and you harm the child, if you have adopted a child, somebody harms your child, it's like harming yourself. You also get upset. If somebody harms your pet dog or a pet cat or sheep or whatever, horse, it's like harming you also. Because you have taken them as yourself. It's like, it's part of your family. There is no doubt that those with the nature of compassion, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, mainly Buddhas, regard all these beings to be the same as themselves. Furthermore, those who see this Buddha nature as the nature of sentient beings see the Buddhas themselves. So the nature of sentient beings, we have the same essence which we call Buddha nature. And when we see the essence of a sentient being, it is the same as the Buddha's nature. Yeah. So they have the same essence. Outwardly they look different. They think different, but the essence is the same. And the Buddhas consider all sentient beings to be his family. So how can you not treat sentient beings with respect? Because they share the same essence. Yeah, they share the same bond. Dingi 대신식과 니지 오야 장도 양당 주방 dingi도 직진 동아슬왕 dingi데 대대 다기 따도 dingi샤서 다이죽스테노클레 인나 인지스테노다 셈션 굴랑아타 아직 조파곰치스 셈션 굴랑아타 아직 잠미지오곰치스 셈션 굴랑아타 쇼미초치스 야샤초치스 할레 데스당 못미라 셈션 굴라 고어차고서나 그래서 셈션 굴라 타주고시스 도던 쪽고시스 보 때나오 대신식바 니지 인자노클레 따다가다 대신식바 상게시스테노바 상게스군 툭니시스 보 인나 인지스테노클레 셈션 굴라 조파곰치스 셈션 굴라 잠미지오곰치스 셈션 굴라 쿠스파초치스 파마수스치스 셈션 수직 토마 상게스랑 고쪽스 삼치식 엄청나 장도 양당 주방 등이도 소소장의 장도 줍지스 마다 아직 스키포 용치식 마다 개와 촉소놈 삭치식 마다 아직 시마시사 포추포 규치식 시티스팅 야스케와 수만는 전에직 마다 아직 술구나 직 지리진 데모 용치식 야스케와 데모는 치식 자갈 데모 야스케와는 치식 마나 장도 줍지스 장도 양다보 줍지스 장도 푸숨 쪽바 양다보 줍지스 방 인나 인자노클레 장돈 주치스 심신분의 예셔 주치스 보인잖아. 조파금치스 보인잖아. 그래. 직전 동알셀왕 등이데. 직전 강페 동알보 metkan 주치스 셀치스 방 이나 인잖아. 그래. 이나 조파금치스 보인잖아. 쇼 잠시 마포처럼 땜신 직전에 놓고 동알 펠어놓 그래. 쇼 조간 베자스테 딱 막쇼르테 놓래. 쇼 조간 베자스테 테니 치니치가 냐 둔두스 놓래. 조군 스토리에 시도놓 그래. 고가 만에 거랑 미군 독스페스킬라 카타네 bom부테 놓래. 두박당세 강페나 고용세 사테 놓래. 쇼이자스테. 마르갈레자스테. So, zopa metkan이졌대. 잠hinje metkan이졌대. 직진 동아셀왕 등이대. 직진은 나고가 동아 metkan스 동아 실체스봉 있나 인자노. zopa 할래. 오, 잠hinje스간 보인자노. 심션군이 야셔 주지스 보인자노. 세와 주지스 보. 대대 다기 따돈 등이자. 띠피야. 니 남이나 있나 오준자노. This alone is pleasing to the Tathagatas. Tathagatas is an epithet of the Buddhas. 대신식바 thus gone one. Thus gone one, the direct translation. Teijin Shikpa, thus gone one. There is an epithet. Buddha has so many epithets. He was quite a popular figure, so yeah, we have lots of epithets for Buddha. This alone is pleasing to the Tathagatas. So if you want to accumulate good merit, if you want to make the ultimate offering to the Buddhas, instead of offering a butter lamp, instead of offering some fruits, some money, the best offering, is to please the Buddha. And this is the best method. By being patient to sentient beings, by being compassionate, by being loving to sentient beings, by helping others, by not harming other beings, whether it's an insect or a human being. This alone is pleasing to the Tathagatas. This alone is the accomplishment of one's goals. We all have our own goals. Some want to become famous, some want to become rich, some want to become, whatever. In this life, and also those who believe in next life. Some want to be reborn with better conditions. Some want to be reborn more beautiful, not ugly like me. For example, I certainly want to become more beautiful in my next life. Yeah, and probably maybe taller also. And maybe bigger eyes. My eyes are too small. So one of my biggest wishes is to have bigger eyes and to become much taller, at least 7 foot. Yeah, this alone is the accomplishment of one's goals. Helping sentient beings, not being self-centered, being other-centered, being altruistic. That alone is the accomplishment of one's goals. Even if you don't want, you will become rich. Even if you don't want, rich as in wealth that actually means something. Wealth that brings joy, not wealth that will attract negative people or negative influences. The modern wealth these days have been accumulated by negative means. That is why even rich people, they have more enemies. They have more jealousy. They have no satisfaction. Yeah? And then you have some okay people who have maybe a few lakhs, a few thousands. Oh, they are very rich. Because the money that they have accumulated were not by wrongful means. Yeah? So that wealth is, I think, more meaningful than accumulating wealth by harming sentient beings. For example, if you want to do something for yourself, accomplish your own goals, you have to be patient to sentient beings. You have to be loving, and you have to be compassionate, and you have to help others. This alone is the accomplishment of one's goals. That's what it means. This alone removes the suffering of the world. Look at the world right now. Total chaos. Enemies that we can't even see. Viruses. Enemies that we can see. Things that are nobody's fault. Things that are obviously somebody's fault. So many things. Children dying of hunger. People getting bombed and shot for no reason. Stabbings and racism and discrimination and religious intolerance and all these things happening all over the world. There's so much suffering. How to remove the suffering of the world? Loving kindness, compassion, patience. Yeah. This alone removes the suffering of the world. Therefore, let this alone be my resolve. Being patient, being compassionate, being loving. 128. Pena gyalpe mingashi, kyo mangla nuje kyang, kyo mingja rinpota, nujang chine mijite sa. Now this is again an example. Shantideva was, using an example like a king, So, sorry, I'm first in Ladakhi, then in English. I'm getting confused with all these languages. Thank God I'm not. अच्छा मैं हिंदी में भी बात नहीं कर रहा, नहीं तो बिल्कुल चाउमीन की तरह खिचड़ी की तरह मिक्स होना था सब कुछ. या क्या लसों लदा स्कात ना इंग्लिश ना हिंदी ना स्कात सुमजी ना मजे रखते मन गुड टुक चेच रखले. क्या नहीं सब क्या पा तायु तेने जीवाले गल्पो जी सुखी खास पे जासन गल्पो स्पे ना गल्पे मिंगाशिक. Shke wo mang la nu je kyang. Ta gyalpo zikan bo gyala yung chir sokpo yung chin. Ya jo gyalpo gyala yu tar sokpo yung nang gyalpo yuwa dukan sama gyala mchi manak pale. Parpara teni gyalpo lonpo jiki poso chan. Nye gyawa gyalpo duksiyot. Nga lonpo jikin. Nga makpon jikin. Teni per na gyalpo mi khashige. Shke wo mang la nu je kyang. Shke wo zana mi zana pale. Mi mangpo jina not pa chanok le. Nyat do anok le. Nga lonpo yin. Nga lonchen yin. Nga makpon yin. Teni gyalpo jiki makpon jikin pasang. Gyalpo jiki lonpo jikin pasang. Teni ko hampashe don lupa chonokle, peni kyo anokle, minda chonokle. So, ya miguna nakstan anokle, chunna chatpacha anokle. Koran tatsaguna yasha chono, koran ma tatsaguna nutpashkela anokle. Teni spejang na, gyalpi mi kashige, mi mampuji kazo nutpashkela duk. Teni shkyal zane, shkiwo mi kyang rinpo ta, ni kyang chine mi jite. Ta mi kashik, teni chik shoyong se, lunpo truk awan zingmo ta anok. Tiyo tana teni lunpe berchuk chayano. gyalpo korang mak kalchase no milunpa lungse lokse lancha tezeste mana inna shkewo mikyang jingpo tangzena tagring stanyan kan dur ki sochta zere mirole mi samba gyala tangshes kan guni zanokle mikyang jingpo zeno tagring stashes kan zanokle mik tagyang jingpo stashes kan zanok shkewo ka mi gune teri tagring stanyana samba gyala tangshes te gune lunpo lokse jawab tang nyanna kawe nyat duat gyalpe mi we kawe nyat duat lokse jawab tang nyanna news kyang jawab tang jese news pa yot kyang 친육 미지대 그 로스 넣어봐 시켜라 만오스테 놓을래 하고 가오네 삼바 당시에서 다 이용하다 전진내가 시켜든 제전이 컨티뉴 조신 미지 대지도 대지라 지나고더니 라마 조시는 다양보 그냥 있어 그룹아 129 because these two stanzas are kind of connected confused, so I have to go to the second stanza. I'll come back to the English. Data Tejik Maingi. So, data Tejik Maingi, Galpin Tutu Tepum. Tena Tosla. Te Lonpo, Kawe Miguna Socha, Kokoran Chipu Manosistano. Te Chipu Man Mainzano. Kokoran Chipu Manzistano. Koigaba, Galpin to stop, Galpe Powerbo, Koyutzanogle. Support Sospo. Galpin to stop Tepum. Koi support Sospo, Galpin to stop Winzanogle. Galpe Power Winzanogle. Ko not Pashkana Galpetinit Tangsanogle. So, Dejin, Tena Tosla. Notpachokan, Neji Nyamchungwa, Ngayan Kedu Semicha Asa. Tangata Notpachinmo, Tena Tosla. Notpachokan Chinmo Indo, Notpachokan Chunjigina. Tegunangata Lantangosa Manogistanogle. Semshan Sama, Tene Sangis Korangichik, Chidishin Tajik, Nyarachokan Soshi in Pasang, Semshan Gunangatachi Notpachona, Butsikindo, Mijigindo. Mana, oh, China, this Semshan Gunikiaba, Sangi Juxekirle, Chesana Sangis support but Semshan Sama Yutenogle. Tene Semshanjiga Notpachona, Mata Sangesa Notpachon Soxino, Queer capture Busuno, Sangesino, Gelkazuga, Lumpojig, capture, support Soxpo Gelpoinogle. Tepia, Mission, Mata Michigan Notpacho, Butsik Mata Sotavado, Mata Sambatan Butankan Migun Toxla, Lan Matanzanogle, Kava Sambatan Shesatna, Tene, Mata Lumpojig, Notpachal Chemano, Job Tanchamano, Patana, Gelpe, Ale, Tanchanopare. So, oh, there was a stenocle. Simpson Gunan Tizuki, Tarika Jika, so Pagoms is the Nohe. Jason Simpson, some Gelpo Koram, Lunpots, Gelpo Korame, Makpuntos, Gelpo Koram, Magmitos in Zanocle. Hago 128 in English. Imagine that the steward of a king, like a, a steward, like a general, like a soldier, or maybe like a minister of a king, does injury to multitudes of people. So obviously, if you look at history, we have had very good kings. We have had quite a few bad kings also, but also the kings, how can I say, entourage, kings' ministers, kings' stewards, the kings' generals and commanders and so on, the servants and so on, not all of them are good. So imagine if there's a bad minister, the king's minister. So he does a lot of injury to many beings using his arrogance that he is the king's minister. So people whom he doesn't like, he will make them pay extra tax. People he likes, he will treat them nicely. People he doesn't like, he will just throw them in the jail. Who will say anything? Because you can't. He is the king's minister. He has the support of the king. So those who have foresight or farsightedness, people who can think properly, people who are very wise, and those with foresight do not respond with violence even if they can. They will not try to retaliate to the minister. They will be patient. If the minister stanza number 129, because that man is not alone, the minister, the king's steward, and his power is the king's power. He has the backing of the king. Likewise, I should not underestimate even feeble beings who cause me a little harm. So when people or animals or bugs, they harm us, we should not retaliate. We should not get angry. We should be patient. We should use our foresight. We should think, how can I say, we should look at the bigger picture. Because all these animals are the subject of the Buddha. Buddha has taken them as his own family. He treats them as his own parents, as his own brothers and sisters, as his own children. So even more than a minister, even more than how a king would treat his minister. So we dare not harm the animals because they have the backing of the Buddha. So if you harm a sentient being, it's like harming the Buddha himself. So Shantideva was again coming up with another excuse why we should practice patience. Gyana sumchupa, deta nyalwe sungmata, tukje denam teyebo, dayang continue tsokshi nogle, tukje denam teyepung, tete, manki gyaltumjin, semche namne ngowar cha asa, swale. Tena tsoksla, dayang yi semshan tsangme tene izukshik chide chinkurang, semshan tsangme gyabchur chokanbo, semshan tsangme support chokanbo, chik ngata chidongshik, semshan guna notpa chona, tene ngata chide chinta, chik, konguna support chokan tsokshi sunozuna, nyalwe shungma guna inzenokle. Chesena, semshan guna notpa chik chona, nyalwe shungma guna tene ngata shitisene, nyalwe na goshke cheseno. Tene nyalwe shungma guna konguna support chokan tsokshi inzenok, gyabchur tsokshik. Deda nyalwe shungma tang, nyalwe shungmaguna chezena semshan gona shojik chuna semshan gona shojik chatna mata nyalwe nashke chesino tezana tene nyalwe shungmaguna ngata tukpa tsolo shko chesino tikna potapse ngati zukspo porincha chesino gona kuga ngata kena kuga zukspe na ko yo shangnam ne ngata tene dum zukste mana ngata meka mane koran kabab cho zuksa ngata shakchesino sombasan semshan gona spong support spong nyalwe shungmaguna gyurte no zesteno kle teom chixiste no hago mago o semshan gona not pajichona sangesta ko to manis sangesa tangi chidichim koran o chikchidichi shocho kanso shison sangesa not pashkalte note tene nyalwe na ko nga nyalwe shungmaguna nga suchasino samse semshan gona spong tezum duk samsanga ta sambata moshina tulchi denam te pong nyalwe shungmaguna tene semshan gona spong inzano support inzano tulchi chin tulchi de demba sanges gona semshan gona spong inzano kle semshan gona support inzano ya tepe semshan gona not ma jo system kle kongla support mang po yutya ngolte kere tete mangji gyaltum jin semchin nam ning gowarcha soale o ya tene tepia matang tene chidichin gyalpo shonjanjiga gyalpo chik yongchimana gyalpo shonjanjiga kazo ngata chidichin ko랑 semba tachugin ana gyalpo shonjanjiga na gyalpo ngata naksma postarna tene ngata guguse do an pale temane gyalpo ngata sachaseno chapa minta tangchaseno konnopa chunchunchona ata gurguse do an pa sombasan semshan gun te ko랑 gyalpo sos gurte nokle 하고 semshangun gelpo sos gelpo shonjan sos gyurten lonpo shonjan sos gyurten okle tene gurguse duste koram kongone zuppochi de koram semchinam ngorcha semchingun kuspachos semchingun tene tachuk semchingun zopagom zesten he their allies are the guardians of hell and also the compassionate buddhas so the allies of sentient beings naturally is the Buddhas because the Buddhas have compassion towards sentient beings. But why the guardians of hell? Because as a karmic consequence, if you harm sentient beings and also when you harm sentient beings, you also are hurting the Buddhas themselves. You are displeasing the Buddha and you accumulate a lot of bad merit, negative karma. Whether you believe in karma or not, it doesn't matter because karma is a natural force, it's a natural fact. Anyway, so as a consequence, in your next life, you will be reborn in lower realms, which we call hell and so on. Yeah? So in there, you will see, you will feel, experience hallucinations of, very scary beings full of fire who look like ghosts, who look like demons. They will be boiling you. They will be cooking you like how we cook noodles, how we boil water, how we how a carpenter cuts wood. They will be, putting black lines all over your body and chopping you into small pieces, just like a carpenter. So, consequently, if you look at the consequences, karmic consequences of retaliating to a sentient being, and not being compassionate, not being loving, not being patient. So, in the same way, the sentient beings, it's like similar to the sentient beings having the support of the guardians of hell. Obviously, they also have the compassionate Buddhas as their support. Therefore, one should please sentient beings as a subject would a hot-tempered king. Now, when you see a sentient being, you have to see the sentient being, whether it's a human being or a bug or an animal. You have to see the sentient being as a hot-tempered king, as a hot-tempered minister, as a hot-tempered general who is very powerful, who has lots of backing. And you will only suffer more if you don't practice patience at the small suffering that he inflicts upon you in the first place. Somebody slaps you, just be patient. Otherwise the consequences, if you retaliate, is going to get worse and worse. That's what he's saying. Therefore, we should please sentient beings. We should be compassionate, loving to sentient beings. We should be patient to sentient beings in the same way as a subject would towards a hot-tempered king. Yeah? Thank God we don't live in the era of kings and queens and hot-tempered kings and abusive ministers and so on. Let me just take a sip. Okay. Stanza number 131. Gyana sum soshik pale. Gyalpo tashi tönaya simji migun chepai. Nyawanjuro kain pa nilvin nuba teshi tam. So ale. 다 결포지가 갈때서 마타지 쇼지 쇼구나 결포지가 다시 4043 페이지 넘버 몇 개래 스탄자 넘버 개는 무슨 소식 봐 해 페이지 넘버 다섯 몇 개. 다시 4043 야 4043 지는 거만에 마음 버지 랩서도 할래 다시 4043 I think he's from the future we are in 2020 he's more than 40, he's in 40, 43. Gyalpo tashi tuna yang. Kaltes gyalpo jiga shoji yongnang. Simchin mingu chepa. Gyalpo jiga shojo na ko mangpek chi chonokle. Gyalpo jiga shosh kolna mangpek chi chen. Mangpek chona ko ngata jelena tanokle. Mangpek chona ngati jimba chadanokle. Mangpo chona ko ngata utak betak chu chonokle. Murga chu chona. Mangpo chona ko dina ngata yena gun chadanokle. Mana shkewani suma ninchasino. Gyalpe ngata notpa choka ninchaste ngata ngelwin goshkewa ninchas manokpa. Gyalpe namko ngata notpa choka ninchaste shkewasti ngata chik jara zoshik ngata chik wangpo gyala metkan zoshik mane korang chidi chim korang zukspo pura chik mane zumo yon dukanjik mane korang chik chunzane shicheshi zoshik ngomshamana chik ngata shkewasti ngma chik notpa chilmo yongchishi griches manokpa le gyalpo jiga ngata sho chona notpa chona mangpo chona iskewe yutkane zukspo ko ngata sadnyan tenokle ko ngata chadnyan tenokle ko ngata jelji nokwa tsugyan tenokle mangpo chona 다 샘션 민구치 바이 샘션 거는 높아잖아 명월 주로 가인 봐 되니 때에 높아 왔다 용체스 붙이노 도말치 녀노잖아 녀르베 높아 되지다 뭐나 되니 왔다 녀르베는 거시잖아 결베 왔다 녀르베는 거 깔냐는 만 오고 못되는 거래 하고 샘션 거는 높아잖아 녀르베는 거시게시 탁주되는 거 못되는 거래 이말 쓰기도 못하게 하고 결보지 높아잖아 막 붙이지네 jelena tano jimba chadano shkewani soma ninchasino susu las gumjasi sabeka mana darum zotpa jigumse mashimula chuzji chunoni shkewastima gala ninchase chance gala yotinokle ina semshin jiga notpa chunani shonyampo chik chidi notpa nanyampo nesemnanyampo ngata notpa chunani tak chote shidistene ngelwena goshkechesano kaka gelpo njistene gelpo tsamji takpo yedna ngelwena ko lamjungena manokle 131 What could an angry king do that would equal the anguish of hell? So let's say you displease a king. Yeah, you use bad words towards the king. You go to the court and you use lots of bad words to the king. You throw stones at the king. Yeah, you, I don't know, whatever, you displease the king. You make him angry. What is the worst that they can do? The worst they can do is chop your head off, cut your arms, throw you in jail, I mean, if a king gets angry, if he punishes you, that's the worst he can do. But the king cannot send you to hell. And in the teachings, it has been repeated so many times that once because of your negative karma of harming sentient beings, once you're born in hell, it's like being stuck in prison. And you'll remain there, not for years, but for centuries, for many, many lifetimes, for eons. So that's what he's saying. If you displease a king, if you make a king angry, he can do bad things to this life, to this body, but you'll be reborn again. But the thing is, he cannot send you to hell, which is worse than being, killed, because we're going to die anyway one day, right? And if you think about imprisonment, we're already imprisoned. We are already, imprisoning ourselves because of the coronavirus. I think that's like an angry king actually. What could an angry king do that would equal the anguish of hell experienced as a result of inflicting mental pain on sentient beings? Mental pain, physical pain, yeah? When you harm sentient beings, you're I think 100% sure to be reborn in hell. Gyana sumchi songis ba. Songale. Gyalpo tashi ngunayang. gelpo tashin guna ya simjin gowar chepa yin tomar juwa kayin ba sangjin niji misi to sa ta gelpo janga ta shucho na hale nyalwena go ka nyana mano mapo chone I lus ba ko no toshka nyantino ta tena tsuksla yang gelpo janga ta tachukna semba tachukna mapo chichunde I mishtakpe tsar chachise peniji taandu mana I mishtakpe cha chachise kolaji taandu I mishtakpe tene ngata chik ju chachise kharjik taandu 마보다나 양나 이 밀딱 받자니 두제스 밀딱 받자니 캄파지 따도 마보다나 마보때서 마치다네 하나 이나고 밀딱 받자라 직차치시 차차치시 만할래 오 대속시면 땅 많이 나눠 결포신 갖다 타주나 결포 따신 구나야 결포 갖다서 갖다 셈바 타주나 할래 댐시만 빵냐나 마노 이나 셈신 고아리 쳐봐이 셈신 구나 갖다 갖다 타주나 산자 넘버 132 라인 니스바 셈신 고아리 쳐봐이 셈신 구나 갖다 셈바 타주나 고아리는 타주는 짓는 그래 판토스 심신고는 타주나 되니 토pan gyurwa kain ba te gewa tokan bo sangi nijin misido 되니 mata 심신고나 직 jandun choste chamninji gomste zopa gomste kulya mata sangesa no pole mata 직 미세는 koshki poyon kle shkewa mata yerges chanokle mi za gyonza gyuronokle norma 영점하나 직 토파 갤라 쇼 뉴아 조파 마 영점하나 잠닝지 마 대수도 거는 봐 되게 결pe 땅 냐나 뭐 상계시세 진파오 결pe 땅 냐나 뭐 못는 하고 뭐고 이나 셈신군에 야샤잖아 셈신군에 마타 대위셔스 마타 상계스냐한테 너 못는 결pe 마타 상계시 슈냐나 뭐 못는 야 132. What could a gratified king give that would equal Buddhahood? Basically, enlightenment, experienced as a result of delighting sentient beings. If you please, like the previous stanza 131, if you displease a king, he can harm you in this life, but he can't send you to hell. Likewise, if you make a king happy, if you make a king happy, the most he can do is he can shower you with compounded impermanent phenomena like houses which are going to collapse, which you can't take with you when you die, or clothes which are going to be torn, which you also can't carry with you into your next life, or money which is going to be dispersed, which is going to, you have to buy something. No, what's the point of money if you don't buy something, right? So the most a king can do is he can bestow you with impermanent compounded phenomena. That's it. Nothing permanent like Buddhahood. That can only be granted as a result of delighting sentient beings. But if you are in the service of sentient beings, if you make sentient beings happy, you can achieve enlightenment. That is permanent. 133. Semjin guli chungwai maung sanjin rutasho tsende ngila pachendang changda skinju chimantong satsigunda halishitu gonjogle niramuniya palpara sambatangzana jiwala tamani khuna isu tesh ninpole shnya demo yaju semjin guli chungwai semshin guna techi ngata chik tachukna semshin guli chungwai semshin guna tachukani tene ngata chitoba nozena hawa maung sangin rutasho maung spa sangista toches intaino Juptasho, Changzer Gushis Mekah. Hale, Oto Milega, Zermiro, Sangesta Natan Gurchesano, Jendunchuna, Chaming Jugumna, Zopaguna, Semshin Gunamata, Yashachuna. Sending Nila Palchenta, in not Sekura, Sendingila, in not Sekura, Palchinmo, Scotachin churches, Wangtangchin churches, the Tenazos law, Chick Nata Spalchin, glorious Hale, or Chick Wangtangchin Mochakan Soshi, the Nichik, Tak Sketachin Mogurches. And it skipu yonches. Sending Nila. Palchenmo, Snyandak, Stingur, Chimantong, Yuano, Chipemio, Yuano, Semshin Gunamatan Tachuna, Stigma Sangisheta Garantino. Innam, temporarily, Imitsenakung, Hale, Skevastingang Ambor, Inna Mitsukurinankuga, Matantene, Nosh, Skipoyonches, Chigmataska Daction Mogurches, Chiksangis Gunichina Topches, Chushkan Shumagunimata, Shumches. Mana, Tetsamayono, Miguningatan touches, Society Nakumatachi, Minchan, Gosa Medzanamata Longini Minchan Gironope. Savila Magunazixon, Jandon Zate, Takumata Sangas and Jijin, Jandon Zate, Chang Zagushis Metenon, Namina Jandon Kurigo Juxenopole. Mana, Namina Jandon Kurigo Juxenol, Jandon Jivan, Jandon Jikan and Kerle. Sombasam, Kumanazixon, and it's on Discardach Modoku. Manali, the Misan Pogun, Matar Savila Matoskur. For example. So, let alone future Buddhahood. When you benefit sentient beings by being patient, by being compassionate and loving, Buddhahood is guaranteed because that is a natural course it's going to take. It's like a natural force. You can't stop it. If you keep being compassionate, if you keep being loving, if you keep being patient, Buddhahood is, it's like a ripening. If you put, like an egg into a pot, and if you boil it, if you just keep the heat on, even if you don't want the egg to boil, it will boil anyway. So it's a bit like that. Let alone future Buddhahood, which is guaranteed. Do you not see that in this life? Yeah, Shantideva was saying, even in this life, glory, fame and happiness, even that you will get. All come from pleasing sentient beings. We should see that. Ultimately, we will achieve enlightenment, which is guaranteed. But even in this lifetime, even if you say, I don't want, you'll become famous. I don't want, you will attract good people. I don't want, you will get, material benefits, which will be satisfactory, that bring, proper joy. Not ultimate joy, but, more joy than dissatisfactory, unsatisfactory, whatever, So even in this lifetime, you will experience a lot of happiness, a lot of benefits, just by being good to sentient beings, just by being a good person. 134. Korse zupe zesotang neme padang chakbayi shindu yuring sowadang kollujuwe dejin topsa. Ta zotpa gomna semshen guna yashachona semshen guna tachukna tenichi chanozana korwe tsenang ta jakshitanga ta sangeshe sinokte korwe nanko koreshkilang korwe tse korwe nanko teni korwe shkilang zotpa gomka nejaste zote nzesotang dongul demogirano nzesma demogirano la 동물 대목이로나 딱 할때스 나타 나쪽이 zadni ni랑 같이 했다니 솥하고 맞아다 나타스 겨만 솥파 먹으면 하고 먹으래 근데 저서 미추랑 톱파치만 나고 쫑쫑이 길때는 하고 알이 오야 ni랑 내가 써서 ni랑 것도 알레 대미주 양치만 나타지 소소 솥파 공간이 just 코르베나쿠가 시켜왔스틱만 동 대목이로나 말동 대목고서면 저는 메이크업 쪽고 싶으니까 정신을 미카시 그걸 대목도 건조 마타스에서 자가는 셀포숨질 동투고서는 니토제스테만이야 기나 미카시게 자가 셀포숨질 동투는 많이 이까 그림지 아까 그림지 이까 그림지 많이 그림을 강세만 그랑 딱배 수고는 빨리 대륙 zonz는 메카리즈 저기 zonzon들이 가신이 내추럴리 와 동만 합때네 셀포지만 처음에도 박스팔 데모 고버링 뭐 찍수팔 데모 거는 시켜만 맞었다 공간에 졌대 출팀 순간에 졌대 잠닝지 공간에 졌대 템저스 부이졌대 노팔레 하나 마타만이 두스피스키라 부르소리 빙찬 하래 부르민다민다 두스피스키라 거랑 말에 동네 만에 거랑 지리친 거랑 오메나네 지 오마슈스 마르비아미르 동네 마르 빙찬 올래 기름스고 고시스미캬 하래 다른 콜베 체낭 코로이나 공간다 두스피스킬랑 조파 공간에 졌대 제스만 기로나 오그들 데모 기로나 오그는 소알레 오야 나트메 파당 테니 zumomiongches 하고 오야 테니 semshena notpa machokan jaste semshen guna zotpa gumkan jaste matanteni dongul jisma giron ogsteno semshen guna notpa machokan jaste hale notpa machokan jaste tene soso natmet kam giron ogzanole zumomet kan natmet 하고래 테네 semshen guna 판타kan no semshen guna tene semba tachukan jaste skatakchi giron ogzanole kurbenan ko korinjigna kurishkilang 상마게 삭바지스테노 야 시켜와 이모타 보시켜와 스팅만 마타 대주 대와토가 농스스테노 우즈파금 거니졌대 에 신도 유닝 좋아다 되네 체링불로사노 우스테노데 심신군의 야샤초 거니졌대 되네 유링보 체링불로사노 신도 유닝모 로친불로사노 오자노래 콜루주르기 되긴도 콜루주르 열보잖아 되네 직 점링 강포 의족지리 진 거랑 점링 강포 말릭 쪽식 열보 쪽식 그래서 왕통신 뭐 쪽세 파워토가 노자 콜루주르 열보 차크라버틴자노 빨리 유니버설 킹 대속 파워도 많아서는 인삼링 강pe 말입 조식 while in cyclic existence so ultimately by being patient to sentient beings ultimately by being compassionate and practicing loving kindness towards sentient beings we will achieve enlightenment that's the ultimate goal that is the ultimate fruition no worries that is guaranteed yeah but even temporarily okay like half boiled okay, even temporarily, in this lifetime, like in the previous stanza, you will be glorious, you will be famous, and what else? There was another one. Oh, and you will be happy, and so on. You will get all these benefits, you will get all these good qualities in your life. Now, even until enlightenment, because you will be reborn many times. Even while in cyclic existence, patience brings beauty, health, and renown. So in Buddhism it's said that usually like if you are unattractive it's because you haven't practiced compassion, loving kindness and patience in your past life and discipline and so on. You haven't been a very good person. You have been very self-centered. So if you want to improve yourself, I suggest don't put too many creams or sunscreen or whatever. You don't need to pluck your not eyebrows, mustache and not girls pluck eyebrows and threading and all that. You don't need to do that. You'll be naturally beautiful. So I was just joking that there are some people that they're just so naturally beautiful. They don't have to wash their face. Their skins are so good, unlike our skins. We just sit and you have like pimples coming up. Skin is like a oil factory. Yeah, and look, the eyes are too small, too wide. It's like wide angle. Big forehead, big nose. And short stature and so on. So if you want to, because of patience in your next life, you will be reborn beautiful. Yeah. And if you see someone who's very attractive physically, that person has practiced patience. That person has been, very disciplined in his past life, very compassionate, and you will be healthy. Some people, they're always sick, and that is also because they haven't been patient. They haven't been of service to sentient beings and renown. And some people, even if they spend so much money, even if they, upload 1,000 pictures every day on Facebook and Instagram, they don't become famous because they don't have the sunam, karma, from past life. But some people, even doing nothing, they become famous, Even just doing a little bit, they become famous. So all these benefits, even while in samsara, you will receive. Because of these I should live for a very long time and acquire the abundant joy of a universal king. So also because of these, patience, loving kindness, compassion, helping sentient beings and so on, in your next life, you will live long life. And you will enjoy, the happiness of a universal king. Imagine if there's a king who rules over the whole world, the president of the world, the permanent president or permanent prime minister of the world, the permanent king of the world, Chakravartin, universal king. You will enjoy such power, such happiness, such majesty, by being compassionate and loving kindness towards sentient beings, by being a good person. And that's it. That's all the stanzas, 134 stanzas. So that's 상마차르래 슐로가 게나 숨소비 되는 게 되자고 마마 주스핀 이나는 슐로가 상마 되는 거다 지디진 거랑 슐로가 상마가다 고츠와만 그래 상마가다 시사만로 슐로가 가시가시 잡이 고뇨 보용진 잡이 가다 하고 잭잭 가스pon전 대장가다 다시리기시키 우제라 쪽상지만아 되는 지때 쪽으로제라 쪽으로 줌줌가 가시가시 요노 대 용산에 sem바파마마자 지즈니 요마다 양식을 스터디 중년때노 헤이 되는 다지 트랜슬레이션 군 직스니라고 해야 기타분 요자 Just pechagон stagosano, meditation chogosano, chosansil gosano, then sonam pelanokle. Gosa medzena, then inamula, chos rangjini shisanokle. Yamanicola lanchachan kashi gompena got some channel, chosam jisin all the penaman lusamanole. Izushik, Biamut Kansoshik, Corina ko Biamut Kansonchimana. Oh, Dizushino. So that is the complete 134 stanzas of the patience chapter. So I was just saying that, because some of the stanzas, 134 is a big number to cover in 1 month, and that only for like 1 hour every day. So I was just saying that I reminded the viewers many times that if sometimes previous stanzas were slightly difficult to comprehend, don't feel discouraged, because some are a little bit technical. So you need to have some understanding of Buddhism. Then you can then you can build upon that knowledge. So it's only because you're new to Buddhism and you don't know some technical aspects. So it's okay. You can still study. You can still practice, and you will understand all the stanzas. Not only this patience chapter, you can understand Shantideva's entire scripture, entire text, Bodhicharya Avatara, 10 chapters. Amazing. So, because Instagram only allows for 1 hour of live stream, and there's only 28 seconds left, I will end this and I will start, restart the live stream. And we will do the prayers today. So join me back in 2 minutes. John time was hakiduku. Then yang off just in loss on joint and doing at Sangese and Zepachungisla, Stopachipulin, Dering Namgang Sombasam. Yeah,